Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. Guys, if you're ready to lose your next 50 pounds and not just lose it, but keep it off, I'm getting ready to share with you some secrets that I've learned over the past, over 15 years now, me coaching people, men and women, helping them lose that big old ass stomach, helping them not even just lose the stomach and lose the weight, but just take back control of their health. Because if you 30, 50, 100 plus pounds overweight, that's a lot of weight. That's a significant amount of weight to be carrying around. And so if you're tired of having brain fog, you're tired of dealing with the health issues like the high blood pressure and the type 2 diabetes, the sleep apnea, all those things, you want to lock into this video. You want to lock into this podcast, all right? It's probably going to be one you want to revisit and listen to again, so save it, all right? Because I'm about to go deep. These are the kind of things I talk to my coaching clients about, but I'm going to give you to y'all for free today. So the first thing is this, emotional intelligence, guys. Everybody thinks about the best workout plan, the best diet plan, the best foods they need to eat. Guys, it's so much deeper than that. If it was that simple, we would not, like two out of three Americans, I think it's like 2 out of 3 or 1 out of 3 Americans are overweight or obese. It's something crazy. It's staggering. And one of the biggest parts is emotional intelligence. I always like to give y'all like scenarios, and so that way you can see what I'm talking about. So let's say you're in a relationship, because let's say your husband comes home, and you can just tell something is wrong with him. You can just tell, maybe he had a bad day, maybe he's frustrated, maybe he's exhausted. You don't know. You just know his energy off, right? You notice something. That's emotional intelligence. But the other side of emotional intelligence is being aware of what it is, but then knowing how to go along with the situation. So some women, they would nag the guy. Hey, tell me what's wrong. What's going on? I need to know. Tell me what's wrong. Versus, hey, baby, I can see that something's going on. Whenever you're ready to talk, just let me know. That's emotional intelligence. Okay, that's part of it. Vice versa, guys. Because some guys, y'all don't even know neither. Let's say your wife or your girlfriend, she's sad, right? Men, we like to try to fix things. We like to try to solve problems. Guys, emotional intelligence in this, I'm giving y'all some game right now, it's not always about fixing shit. Sometimes emotional intelligence is just knowing, hey baby, I see you're not in the best mood. I'm here when you're ready to talk. Hey baby, I'm your listening ear. I just want to let you know I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? And so some people are not aware of this shit. I just told you, but some people are not, right? Some people are, some people are not. But it goes way further than that. What I mean by this is, some of y'all do this with other people, but you don't know how to do it with yourself. Okay? Guys, I've been coaching over 15 years now. And I'd be lying to y'all if I said every day I go to the gym, I literally feel like going to the gym. I want to work out every single time since I've started working out when I was like 12, 13 years old. No, that is not the case. There's plenty of days I'm not in the mood to work out. Emotional intelligence is being aware of your emotions. Let me give y'all some examples of emotions. Guilt, the feeling of guilt, the feeling of being sad, the feeling of being frustrated, the feeling of being discouraged. Emotional intelligence, okay? So being aware of the emotions that you're feeling in that moment, okay? Now, depending on what the emotion is, you might have to give yourself some grace. You know what I'm saying? What if you're sad because maybe you lost a family member? Like I've had quite a few people in my family that we've lost in the past like couple of months now. Like 2 people have passed away in like the past month and a half. You see what I'm saying? And half my dad's house done burnt down. You know, my mom, she just went to the hospital. And so it's a lot of shit that's like hitting me all at one time. And so I'm aware, all right, when I'm waking up, damn, why I don't feel like really doing nothing? I'm in a bit of a funk. And so I give myself a little grace. And so I go to the gym, even though I don't feel like it, but I might not go beast mode like I would normally go when I'm at the gym. That don't mean I don't go. I'm just aware of how I'm feeling. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, let me just check this box off. Let me still get it done, but I'm not in the right mental space, emotional space to really just go extremely hard. Some days I am. But in this time in my life, I'm just checking the box. I just want to get it done. I want to get it done, make it count, and that's it. Some days when I'm making it count, I'm going straight beast mode. Other days when I'm making it count, I'm just doing what's required to get the job done in the gym. You see what I'm saying? Versus me not being in the mood and me saying, oh, well, I just don't feel like working out. I'm just sad. So I'm just not going to work out. Guys, that's not going to move you forward. Like, who wants to keep on dealing with the weight fluctuating and having weight problems, your clothes not fitting, you feeling self-conscious about how your body looking, dealing with health issues, and those health issues getting worse? You got to be aware of knowing when you need to give yourself some grace. That don't mean you don't need to still do the right routines and habits. You just got to know when to give yourself some grace. Like if you have a little kid, let's say your kid play football or track or sports or something like that, and they had a bad game. You might not be angry and frustrated with them because you see that they're sad. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna be that hard on him. He had a tough game. She had a tough game. Hey, baby, come on, let's go. And you just talk to them. But then there could be certain games or practices where you're like, hey, you need to get your shit together. We can't be that ain't what we do over here. We go all in. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain time for each way of like showing up for the situation. You see what I'm saying? But the only way you know is by having emotional intelligence. Knowing when to go hard. Knowing when you need to maybe just give yourself a little grace and just dial it back and just get the job done. Knowing, okay, man, I'm really stressed right now. Like, I know I'm stressed right now. I've been wanting to eat a lot more sugar. I'm being honest with you. I've been wanting to eat more sugar. That don't mean I act on it all the time. Like, I might be like, shit, man, boy, I sure do want me a red velvet cake from Velvet Taco. I know I'm feel like shit when I wake up the next day. I ain't gonna do it. Let me just eat some of this yogurt and a little bit of protein powder, and it's sweet enough. Let me go ahead and go to sleep. Cause if I stay up too late, that stress go keep on stressing, and I'm gonna eat some junk food. And I'm gonna take my ass to the gas station and get me a honey bun or some Oreos. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta be aware. If you're not aware, if you don't have that emotional intelligence, some of y'all are slaves to your emotions. If you feel bad, if you feel depressed, you get the fuck, you don't do nothing. You just stop taking care of yourself. Like, where's that gonna get you? Where's that gonna get you whenever you feel sad, frustrated, and discouraged? Because you can have seasons of being sad, frustrated, and discouraged. Like, guys, I've had seasons, like not just a day, not just a week. I'm talking months where I'm in a low vibration state, where I'm just, just feel like a dark cloud. I'm not saying that I know it's gonna pass over, but I'm like, right now, I ain't feeling it. Imagine if the moments when I'm not feeling it, I still don't do the things that I'm supposed to do. I don't go live and do the podcast because I'm not feeling it. I'm not motivated. I'm sad. I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. That's not admirable. Y'all be like, damn, man, where he at? Come on, man, I'm waiting on the podcast, man. I want you to keep giving me the game. No, I'm not motivated. I'm not feeling it. You got to keep showing up. And part of that requires you having a high standard for yourself. Like, if you don't have a high standard for yourself, you would be a slave to your emotions. Because you go be like, I don't feel like I'm not going to do it. But when you have a high standard for yourself, you be like, shit, man, this part of who I am. Like, I got to get it done, regardless of how I feel. You know what I'm saying? If you truly value and want to be, a positive role model for your kids, your family, your wife, whoever it is, it's a standard because you value it. And so regardless if you feel like it or not, you still go do it. Same way you take your ass to work because you value being able to have a roof over everybody's head, you can do the same thing with your health and your body. All right? Well, anyway, that's the first thing. Emotional intelligence. Start taking time to become more self-aware, guys. Stop just moving. A lot of y'all are doing too much movement too fast. Go slower so you can learn the lessons about not just what to do with your workouts and your nutrition, but what to do with you. When you're sad, when you're depressed, when you're stressed, what do you do to get yourself out the funk? Like, guys, I ain't feel like doing nothing today. But I said to myself, man, I know I got to do this podcast. Let me work out first so I can feel a little bit better about myself and feel a little bit better about what's going on, then do the podcast. So now I'm giving y'all this game. I'm aware of what I need to do based on my emotions to get myself back out of that low vibration state. I understand exercising is like therapy for me. It gets me out of a lower vibration state. Now I feel a lot more motivated. I feel more more empowered, like I can do things, like I can give y'all some game now because I done poured into myself by working out. You see what I'm saying? I have even more energy now. And so that's number one. Number two, and just know with number one, that shit ain't gonna be an overnight thing, guys. It's a daily thing. It's an everyday thing. Like when I wake up in the morning, when I started being aware a couple of years ago, I would wake up in like a little bit of low vibration state. Meaning like I might have ruts and things, like I might feel like I'm in a rut. I might feel sad for no reason sometimes. And so I realized, okay, well, if I'm gonna feel like this, I know I can't let my whole day be like this. So I started listening to empowering and motivating podcasts and YouTube videos to get me out of that funk early, pouring into myself, right? And then working out helps me get out of the funk too. And so you got to start building routines. You got to start building habits to help you bounce back from the low vibration emotions. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is recognizing patterns. This is by far one of the biggest things. Like all three of these are very, very important. But the second thing is pattern recognition. I want you to think about something. If you were looking at a person, because some of y'all have seen people like this, and they're going to the gym for not weeks, not months, but years. But they're still extremely overweight. They're still doing cardio. They sweating like hell. You're like, damn, man, they do more cardio than me. Why they still so overweight? Right? You see that, and you think to yourself, damn, man, when they go change something up and do something different? Because if they keep doing that, like they ain't gonna lose the weight. Obviously, them just doing this cardio is not working, so they need to change something. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. A lot of y'all are doing that. A lot of y'all are in your head, man, I don't need no coach. I don't need no trainer. I don't need no mentor, man. I'm just gonna work out. I'm just gonna eat healthy. Guys, y'all been doing that for years. If you've been doing it for years and you haven't got the results, at some point, you have to have a very tough conversation with yourself and being like, okay, if I knew what to do, I'd have the results. It's like somebody that's broke. Yeah, I know how to be rich. Yeah, I know how to make 6 figures. I know how to make money, but they broke. They're like the little cousin that be at your house on Thanksgiving, on Christmas. They always talk about they making money, but they ass still broke. Like, if you knew what to do, you would have it. Ain't nobody just go voluntarily be broke unless they have some type of mental issues. I'm assuming if you're following me, you don't have a mental issue. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to be aware, okay, well, damn, man, I've been working out for a long time. I'm tired of wasting time. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but if I really did know what I was doing, I'd have the results. I'd have a flat stomach. Hell, I wouldn't even be listening to this podcast if I knew what to do to get the results, because I'd have the results, right? And so you have to realize, you have to recognize patterns. And we learn based on patterns. If I was standing in front of you right now and I pulled out a red card and I slapped shit at you, you'd be like, oh, why you slap me? And then I ain't say nothing. Then I put the card back in my pocket. Then I pull it back out again, slap you. Then I put the card back in my pocket. You like, man, what the hell? By that second or third time, you go either duck, lean back, or swing. Why you go do that? Because you learned from the patterns. If I don't do something different, every time he pulls his card out, he go slap me. You have to think the same way with the patterns that you're doing within your life. If you keep doing what you're doing and you're not getting the results that you want to, how long is it going to take for you to wake up to be like, damn, every time I step on this scale after the end of the week, the weight ain't going down? That's a pattern. So you got to say to yourself, something I did this past week wasn't right. I need to change some shit up. You can't just go into the next week and do the same exact thing. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. All right, you have to change something up. More effort. Change up the foods you eat. Change up how much you're eating. Some of y'all, you don't even know. So you got to develop the third thing. We segueing past the second secret, which is recognizing patterns. The third thing is having a plan. You can't just luck up and drop 50 to 100 pounds, guys. Maybe you can starve yourself to losing 50 pounds, depending on how heavy you are. But is that really sustainable? Who in the hell want to have a lifestyle of starving themselves for the rest of their life? That ain't gonna work. Who wants to just give up carbs and give up eating, their favorite foods forever? It's not sustainable. And so the only way that you can lose this weight, because I'm not about just telling y'all how to lose it, I'm talking about keeping it off. You have to have the right habits and the right routines. That's what builds the right lifestyle for you to keep the results. Your habits and your routines. Okay? If there was an equation, it's habits plus routines equals lifestyle. Habits plus routines equal lifestyle. And your habits are just a combination of your routines. You see what I'm saying? That's all that is. And then all that is what your lifestyle is. Okay? And so if you have a lifestyle, you have a goal of wanting to lose belly fat. You have a goal of wanting to have a flat stomach. But your habits and your routines don't align with the goal. I don't care how much you pray. I don't care how much how hard you work. If your habits and your routines do not align with the goal that you want to accomplish, it ain't happening. Not happening. If you, man, I just gotta have my Ben and Jerry's every night. I gotta have my wine every night. Man, I'm gonna eat what I want to eat on the weekend. Man, I'm gonna drink my sweet tea. I'm gonna drink my lemonade. I gotta do it. I grew up like this, so I gotta eat like this. I gotta have my chip. Okay. Well, what'd that get you? That big old ass stomach, didn't it? You keep on eating like that, get what go happen? You gonna keep that big old ass thing. It's probably gonna get worse. Because in life, guys, nothing maintains. We either getting better or we're getting worse. You either getting better or you're getting worse. And so, it's cool if a person if they're okay with things getting worse. But the people who listen to my content, I don't think that that's what y'all want. I don't think you want your stomach to get bigger. I don't think you would waste your time listening to this podcast if you wanted things to get worse. And so you have to say to yourself, well, something about these habits I have right now ain't right. All right, I'm eating fairly healthy. I'm being mindful. Well, this shit still ain't working. Okay, well, Kobe talking about if you ain't tracking your slack. What the hell that mean? What are you talking about? Well, you started to look into it. Maybe I need to start tracking. Maybe that tracking stuff is a little bit more important than what I thought it was. Maybe I do need to be aware of how much calories I'm eating. Maybe I do need to be aware of how much protein I'm eating. Maybe I do need to be aware of how much fiber I eat on a daily basis. Guys, once you have a plan, then you start to improve what your habits and routines are. Because all the plan is just giving you the right habits and routines. And so when people join my coaching program, guys, I give them the game plan. I show them the calories. I show them the protein. I show them the foods. I show them what to do in the gym. Even though they're getting results, they're dropping 1 pound a week, 2-3 pounds a week, whatever it is, right? I still tell them, hey, listen, you're doing great, man. I'm proud of you. Now I want you to focus on improving 1 or 2 things. Maybe you need to start focusing on getting more sleep so your stress level is low. Maybe you need to focus on getting more water because you're not focused on hydrating yourself on a daily basis. Maybe you need to focus on just building a night routine. That way you're not staying up too late. That way you're not stressed to having low energy the next day. To where you don't feel like you can work out in the morning because you're staying up late at night, doom scrolling on social media, looking at Netflix all night. Maybe you have a habit of you're doing well during the week, but then on the weekends, you get the fuckers. You're eating whatever you want to. You're drinking however much you want to. You forgot you even had a plan. There's always room for improvement. Always. This is why having a coach helps you, because you're able to be held accountable to improving something versus just doing it all alone, getting in your head, discouraged and frustrated when you're not seeing results, when you could just have somebody say, hey, you're doing great, man. All you need to do is just change this right here. Start eating this instead of that. Instead of having this many cheat meals a week, just do it this amount of times. You have more structure. Guys, when you have that structure gives us clarity. When we have clarity, we have more confidence to keep and motivation to want to do the habits and the routine. But a lot of y'all, you don't have the clarity to know, damn, what I'm doing is actually going to work. Some of y'all, you're working out, but you really don't know deep down. You really don't know if it's going to work for you. So you're not going at it with the level of intent and determination as you would if you knew it was going to work. Guys, when people join my coaching program, I see the shift. I see the shift that happens. Like they join, we talk on the game plan call, they join, they start running the plays, and they're somewhat confident. And a lot of times they probably had the confidence just based off my conviction because I know my program works. I know my coaching works, right? But then there comes a time during their journey and it's like a light bulb just click. And I see it all the time. Like one of my coaching clients named Brandon. He's down like 40, almost 50 pounds now. And initially, he was running the plays, but now he's on a whole nother level. He see his clothes starting to fall off of him, folks complimenting him, the weight dropping on a weekly basis. It's starting to click because he has the clarity. He's like, damn, if I just keep doing these things right here, man, I'm literally about to change my life. I'm literally about to be able to have a flat stomach and abs if I want to. When you have that level of clarity and knowing what steps you need to take to get to where you want to be at, nothing stops you. You become unstoppable at that point. I don't give a damn what nobody tell you. I don't care if folks hating on you, folks shaming you, folks doubting you. You have so much clarity and determination and conviction. You are unstoppable at that point. You don't care. Guys, I'm at a point in my life, I'm not where I want to be. Nowhere near it. But I have so much clarity in what needs to happen to get to that next level. I don't give a damn what nobody tell me. I'm going to do this. Folks be all in the comments, oh, why are you talking about red meat? And, oh, you talking about the seedless grapes? I don't care about none of that. Because I've had enough client transformations to this point now where I have so much clarity in knowing what works for people, what works for people who join my program, even knowing who would be successful in my program and who would not be successful in my program. That's why I do the game plan call, because I'm not going to let everybody in. Because I know some of y'all ass too lazy. If you're too lazy, if you think I'm going to convince you, you got to already be convinced that you're ready to lose the weight. You got to be like, man, hey, this my guy right here. He going to give it a game plan. He going to keep it a buck. And we going to get the results. He got the proof. He done showed all the receipts. Hey, man, it's time to go run the play now. Guys, when you have that level of structure and clarity, you have that awareness around understanding patterns, and also that emotional intelligence. This is how you really go out and transform your body. This is how you go out and drop 30, 50, 100 plus pounds. It takes time though, because you can have the meal plan, the workout plan, but the time part is you giving yourself the time to become the version of yourself that you need to be able to accomplish all these goals. Because we all have to do some growing internally, emotionally, spiritually, with mindset. Shit ain't just workout and diet. If it was that easy, everybody be in shape. But it's understanding even how to communicate with yourself in tough times. When you're frustrated, when you're sad, when you're discouraged. Do you tell yourself a sob story and then you quit? You got to know that's part of emotional intelligence. You got to know how to talk to yourself when you're going through tough times. You got to know how to give yourself grace when you're going through tough times. You got to know when you need to push and just push through when you're going through tough times. If you don't do these things, guys, you're going to continue to be in this loop like so many other people where they lose weight, gain it back. Lose weight, gain it back. Try to lose weight, don't work, frustrated, discouraged, they quit. And then they go back to gain the weight back again. Guys, I see it every day. I've been doing this almost two decades, y'all. I see the patterns that y'all are going through. Y'all are just in the pain. And when you're in it, and you're in the game, this is why you see these sports players. This is why they have coaches on the sideline. Because they're in the game. They can't see certain things, so the coach sees it. The coach helps them understand, hey, you don't have to be emotional about this. All you got to do is step and turn and twist and then jump and shoot the basketball like this. Or throw the football like this. That's why having a coach is so important. They see your blind spots. And they're not emotionally attached to the problem. When you're in it, You're emotionally attached to the problem, so you can't even see what's really happening. You just feel the pain of, man, why the hell this scale ain't went down on the scale? Why my stomach ain't going down? I'm mad, I'm angry, I'm discouraged. You're emotionally attached. But when you have a coach or a mentor who is not emotionally attached, they just understand what habits and routines you need to have. Hey, just change this up right here. That's all you got to do. Start by running the play. Like one of my coaching clients, April, she dropped 50 pounds. She started hitting a plateau after she dropped 50. And, she did it for like another week or two. And then I told her some things she needed to tweak. Now she's down 60. Just like that, guys. I'm telling you. A lot of y'all are making this shit way harder than what it has to be. Way more complicated than what it has to be. Get the help. Help yourself too. Because you got to be willing to help yourself. Like I can't want it more than y'all want it for yourself. But develop that emotional intelligence. Start recognizing the pattern. Stop doing the same shit over and over again and expecting a different result. And get a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. All right, we out of here. Let's get it. Yo, appreciate you for tapping in and listening to the podcast episode today. Hopefully you found it valuable. And if you did and you want to learn more about how I can help you lose the big ass stomach, transform your body, and get your health on point, DM me real results over on Instagram at JJacksonOfficial for more information. And I'll reach back out to you to do what I can to help you hit those health and fitness goals. Let's get it.